Justin was a young man who loved history and ancient tales, and his biggest dream had always been to visit China, that vast country where modern skyscrapers blend with temples steeped in thousands of years of history. After months of planning and saving, Justin packed his suitcase, grabbed his camera, and boarded the plane to Beijing. Upon landing in Beijing, Justin was overwhelmed by the sheer scale of the place. The airport was a hive of activity. His tour guide and new friend, Lee, greeted him with a broad smile and said in fluent English, "Welcome to the Middle Kingdom, Justin." The streets were bustling with cars and bicycles, and colorful lights filled the air. But the first thing that caught Justin's attention was the enticing aromas emanating from the street food stalls. The next morning, Justin and Lee set off to visit the Great Wall of China. Justin stood in awe before this stone structure that stretched like a giant serpent across the mountain peaks and disappeared into the distance. There's a Chinese saying, "He who hasn't climbed the Great Wall isn't a true hero," Lee said with a laugh. Justin was thrilled and began his ascent. The steps were steep and challenging, and the air was cool and crisp. When he reached one of the high watchtowers, he snapped a panoramic photo, shouting with joy. He felt like an old warrior. The food adventure and chopsticks. Justin returned to the city ravenous. Lee took him to a traditional restaurant serving the famous Peking duck. The dishes were laid out before him, and the aroma was divine. But the problem was the chopsticks. Justin tried to pick up a piece of meat, but it slipped. He tried again, and it fell onto the table. The other patrons chuckled softly, and Lee taught him patience and how to hold them properly. After several hilarious and unsuccessful attempts, Justin finally managed to eat his meal and confirmed that the food was worth the effort. The Forbidden City and Tranquility. In the following days, Justin visited the Forbidden City. He strolled through the vast squares where emperors once walked. He admired the gilded rooftops and the intricately carved dragons on the walls. There, amidst the city's bustle, Justin found a moment of inner peace as he watched locals practice Tai Chi slowly and serenely in the nearby gardens. On his last night, Justin stood on the banks of a river in Shanghai, which he had reached by high-speed train, gazing at the glittering skyscrapers that pierced the clouds. He took out his journal